So what's the final stage of the process of using a continuous glucose monitor to hack my blood sugar? So my name is Karen Kennedy, and I'm a functional nutritionist specializing in helping people hack their blood sugar using a CGM, continuous glucose monitor. So this is the last video in a series where I'm showing you my process that I take people through as clients or in my groups of learning how to hack their blood sugar. We like to have a process from start to finish, okay? And the last part of this process is often ordering some follow-up labs after it's all said and done, just to see what else has changed. So we already have data, like we have a continuous glucose monitor that tells us how our blood sugar is improving. It even estimates our A1C for us pretty well. You might have some other things, maybe visceral fat you've seen has gone down from your waist circumference. You're taking less ibuprofen for pain. Maybe your hormones are improving as evidenced by fewer hot flashes or better erectile dysfunction, whatever is going on. But it can be helped to get some lab data too, and that also helps connect you back to your doctor who might have written a prescription for this. And that, I can tell you, that really improves your doctor-patient relationship because you're more of an advocate and more of a partner in this process. So this is when I would order and what I would order. I would order them 3 months out. So people who do my program say, if you did my program in May, when I run it in May, June, July, August, get some labs done in August-ish or September. That gives time for your hemoglobin A1C to show the benefits because that's usually a 3-month average of blood sugar. So what I would do is I always get a CBC because that's kind of helpful, but I would get a CMP, a complete metabolic panel. That's going to show your fasting blood glucose, and it's going to give you your liver enzymes. And that's because a lot of people who have prediabetes and type 2 diabetes also have fatty liver. And so we want to see if your liver enzymes have come down. It's nice to get a lipid panel, maybe an advanced one, but at least a basic lipid panel. I would expect your triglycerides would come down significantly if you've improved blood sugar control. I'd want to get some inflammatory markers, especially if inflammation is a big deal for you, especially if you have autoimmune disease or something else like that. High sensitivity C-reactive protein. You might want to look at a serum ferritin. You might want to get a picture of the before and after of your autoantibody levels. So if you have Hashimoto's thyroiditis, your TPO, and your Hashimoto's antibodies, MS, same thing. Because if you have improved your blood sugar and lowered your insulin levels, you're going to lower your inflammation levels, and that could reduce your total autoantibody level, which could make you feel better, reduce your medication needs, etc., etc. What are some other ones? Uric acid. So when you have blood sugar dysregulation, it could increase your uric acid levels depending on your genetics and whatever else is going on. And no, you don't wait until you get gout to check uric acid. Once you have gout symptoms, you are just on the slippery slope and it just gets harder and harder. You want to prevent gout, my friend. Look at uric acid. It's a great metric of metabolic health. You could look at fasting insulin if you want to. You could look at C-peptide levels, which is kind of like an average. It's kind of like hemoglobin to fasting blood glucose is like C-peptide to fasting insulin. So that can be helpful. So in a nutshell, those are kind of the ones that I would recommend, and I would recommend them about 3 months out. And so that is the final, if there is a final stage in my process, that is it. It lets you know where you're at, what's improved. And of course, you could do more. Maybe 2 years later, every 2 or 3 years, I like to put another CGM on and see where things are at. So it's never the end of your health journey because we're playing the long game here. But it wraps up that CGM process and gives you those final bits of data, links you back to your practitioner who prescribed it in the first place, gives them some information, and allows you to kind of put a bow on the whole process and feel like, I did a thing and this is what it helped, and trust that the changes you've made are worth it and they're worth continuing. So if you found this series helpful, please let me know in the comments and share it with anybody you think would benefit from it.